Good evening and welcome to tonight's Lamannia preview. This is a special evening stream. I don't normally stream in the evenings, but today's a special day because we have a new race and a new iconic to debut to you. And I was told that the new race and iconic was going to be Eladrin and Iconic Chaosmancer. So we're gonna see right now. So let's do spell. And oops. Bertle, good evening and welcome. Ashcom, good evening and welcome. Luna, good evening and welcome. Venom, good evening and welcome. Yeah, it had already been leaked actually. Let's see, Sorcerer. Customize. Eladrin. Ooh, cool looking. Tolab. Yep, Eladrin and Iconic Chaosmancer. Let's go ahead and iconic. What did I say it was? Chaosmancer. We'll add that to the title. Next. All right, let's see, what do they get here? Doesn't say their abilities. Let's back off everything. It looks like they start with some extra decks. Okay. So maybe the regular Eladrin is not so much in tune with caster. Oops, that was my computer, not yours. Okay. Looks like the Elven version of Aasimar. Yeah. I definitely see what you mean. Oh, I don't care too much about where I'm going to put my stats because really what I want to do is I just want to get in game and I want to look at the enhancement tree. So I definitely am not planning on playing this. Let's see what we get for hairstyles here. Hi, Lord Pudding. Good evening and welcome. That's Gijo from Reaper Life 3 and 4. Yeah, I know. I can't blame you, High Lord Pudding. I feel like a lot of people are going to be bummed. Syax, good evening and welcome, because we're like, we already have Elf, and we have Half Elf, and we have Sun Elf, and we have Wood Elf, and we have Dark Elf, and now we have Eladrin Elf. And I'm going to be honest with you. You know, I don't know what an Eladrin is. I never had any dealings with Eladrin from my DDO days. You know, I know that they're in like running with the doubles and in Meridian stuff. So, but I honestly don't really know what an Eladrin is. I don't know the lore on them. Pope on a Stick, good evening, welcome. I want Kobold too, Pope on a Stick. So you got to vote for me for DDO president because I promised to bring you playable Kobold if I'm elected DDO president. Koi Hart, good evening, welcome. Koi Hart says, same, I'm annoyed. I figured it was going to be this, though. You know, when they came out with the Get the Yankee airship, I thought they were tipping their hand. I thought that was a clue that we were going to get the Yankee and Iconic Zerai. Hexagonal, good evening and welcome, and thanks for the sub. You're a 22-monther now. Thank you for all that support. Oh, you drove down the road, Bertle. 87 miles. Park at your delivery for tomorrow. Nice. Well, that way you can just wake up for delivery time. That's kind of nice, buddy. Thanks again for grouping with me earlier. I appreciate the help. My tune's so weak that I need all the help I can get. So, yeah, I don't know jack about... Oh, finally we're getting this hairstyle. This is one I've wanted to bring to the game for a long time. This has been like... Or one similar to this anyways has been in Evening Star for a long time, and they never let us have it. But actually, that might not be it exactly. Well, that's a little unkept looking. I mean, I think that's what they're going for, right? It's like wild. Medius, good evening and welcome. Zwickagreen, good evening and welcome. They are the seasonal elves. You know, let's look up Eladrin, okay? My mouth feels so dry right now because I just went for a walk and I decided I was going to try some of that bear corn again. For those of you who are Patreon patrons, you may have noticed I posted a video about me eating, just a quick 2-minute video. I was eating bear corn for the first time. And when I was out there again for my walk today, I was like, I'm going to try it again. And that stuff leaves a really, really dry sensation in your mouth. Okay. So here's some information from dnd5ewiki.com. Eladrin are elves native to the Feywild, a realm of beauty, unpredictable emotion, and boundless magic. And Eladrin is associated with one of the 4 seasons and has coloration reminiscent of that season, which can also affect the Eladrin's mood. Autumn is the season of peace and goodwill, when summer's harvest is shared with all. Winter is the season of contemplation and dolor. I don't know what dolor is.
Dolor. Dolor.
A state of great sorrow or distress. When the vibrant energy of the world slumbers. Spring is the season of cheerfulness and celebration, marked by merriment, and winter's sorrow passes. Summer is a season of boldness and aggression, a time of unfettered energy. Some Eladrin remain associated with a particular season for their entire lives, whereas other Eladrin transform, adopting characters of a new season. Dexterity. Not a lot there. Wow, look at that. Why is the hair translucent, I wonder? I bet that's not right. I bet that's not working as intended. That doesn't look right at all. That's nice, though. That's some nice looking hair right there. Oh, wow, that is wild. I don't know what the past life's going to be. DOLOR. Sorry, I didn't have the view switch so you could read what I was reading. Not dolor as in the plane or whatever. And High Lord Pudding says, so they should have introduced them with Feywild, not Myth Draenor. Yeah. Kohara says, I will say that although I'm disappointed in the race choice, the design is very well done. Both males and females look great. Yeah, it looks like they still have some work to do on the hair. Not being so transparent. It just looks like they have thinning hair. What is it with their effing love affair with elves? SSG does know there are other races in D&D, right? Right. I know. I don't disagree with you, man. I mean, like I said, we got elves, we got half elves, we got sun elf, we got wood elf, we got dark elf, and now we have Eladrin elf too. Elf, 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 elf. So yeah, I agree. You know, I think we should have mixed it up a little bit. And this, so here's one of the comments that I made. I feel like they're giving us a race that nobody asked for. In all the conversations we've ever had on the live stream, in the conversation I've had with other people about, hey, what race would you know? Oh man, I want to see Kobold come. I want to see Bollywood. I don't remember anybody ever saying, I'd like to see Eladrin come to the game. That doesn't mean somebody didn't say that. I'm sure at some point people did say that, but I don't ever remember Eladrin being part of the conversation. So, am I wrong about that? You tell me. Like, do you guys hear people being like, oh, hey, I'd love to get Eladrin? That's an honest question. Because I don't know everybody and talk to everybody. DDO account, good morning and welcome. I guess it was the absolute cheapest race to make since it's a copy and paste job. Well, if they wanted to go cheap, they could have gone with Kalashtar, right? Because don't those look basically just like humans? It doesn't take a Kalashtar to make a cheap race. But you're right. That might have been... You might be spot on, DDO account. That might be like, hey, doesn't take a lot of tech work to make an Eladrin. Hi, Lord Pudding says, I agree. In all the posts I saw, no one was asking for or guessing another elf. Poolman says, oh well, I'm disappointed. We got fun hair colors. Hair ombre? I don't know that word. I'm learning 2 words today. I learned dollar, and now I'm learning ombre. I don't know that word. We're going to have to look it up. Sorry, I'm dumb. I don't know words.
Ombre. Ombre.
Ombre. Having colors or tones that shade into each other. Oh, like a fade. Like, yeah. Wait, how is that pronounced?
Ombre.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, there's an adjective.
Ombre.
And then there's a noun.
Ombre. 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 Ombre.
Well, what the hell is it? Is it
Ombre?
Or is it
Ombre?
Or is it
Ombre?
Or is it
Ombre?
Which is it, please? I don't know. But yeah, they got like tips. That's the first time we've seen that kind of action before. That's pretty neat, actually. I like that effect. Makes me feel like one of those snow cones you get off of the ice cream truck. Remember the red, white, and blue snow cones? Oh, wow. Woo! You're a wild child. Nice. Nice long hair. Okay, I think we might be getting back to where we were when we started. Yep, okay. I'm gonna go with the one that made me go woo. Was it that one? Wait, now I don't even remember. I think that one was the one that made me go woo. So we're gonna go with her. Hair accessory. Oh, we got accessories. Leaves. Wow. Wait, can we somehow get white? Because maybe I could make a snow cone out of it. Oh, you can drag it. Did you used to be able to drag this around before? I don't remember you being able to drag this before. Okay, now I'm a snow cone. Okay, eyebrows. Head. I don't think we have any other character model that has head as a option. But notice there's nothing for nose. Maybe this should say face and not head. I don't know. Oh, you look unhappy. Okay, we need, where's face? There is a face already. Okay, wow. So, really, we don't have a mouth? Are they all kind of pissed off looking? What if I want a happy Eladrin? I want an Eladrin that's happy. I can't get one. They all look angry. They all, or they have that hot bored look to them that Azamars do so well. I'm so bored of being so hot. Yeah, come on. Can we get some smiles up in here, please? Look at those big ears. Wowie, wow, wow. I mean, we gotta get the huge suckers right there. Bam! Face doesn't seem to do a whole lot on that one. Just slight contouring differences. Marking style. Doesn't look like we can choose the marking color though. I bet maybe that'll come in the future. Seems like they ought to be choose the color. Facial detail. Oh, you can have like freckles and stuff. Skin color. Woo! Some great variety. Could we drag? I really don't remember us being able to click this box and drag it. I remember having to click on it, but maybe I just didn't realize you could drag it. But I think I want to look like an alien, like a Star Trek alien or something. There we go. The ankle rest ears are amazing, right? Eyes. We can't even select the eye color. So I'm guessing. Oh, here we go. I always forget that you can scroll down for stuff. So lips. So we can smile. Great. This is not the first time that I noticed that something that I didn't see that there was something further down. So eyes. Oh, wow. Animalistic. Eye color. Wow, those are so vibrant. Look like little suns. Lips. Okay, it looks like they don't have a smiling option, so there's my first complaint. Come on, I want to have a happy Eladrin. Why are Eladrin also unhappy? Voodoo Spice. Yeah, daddy. Talio, good evening and welcome. Good evening and welcome to anybody I may have missed. Okay. I really just want to see what the racial tree is about, guys, and then we're going to go try the iconic. Alright, let's see what we got here. Elven Accuracy. Eladrin ability, Charisma, Dex, or Intelligence. Elven Accuracy, +2 to hit with all attacks. This one was +2 to hit with all attacks. Your point blank shot and range sneak attack range is increased by 2 meters for each Elven core ability you possess from this tree. Charisma, Dex, or Intelligence. You gain +2% to hit. You gain +2% to hit with all attacks. Wait, 2% to hit? Oh, okay. Nothing is hidden. Okay, we know what that is. We got listen, search, and spot. Phase step, disappear and reappear several feet in front of you. You start with 2 charges per rest based on your season. This has an additional effect. Spring, you gain 20% temporary dodge bonus, 1% per character level for 10 seconds. Summer, you gain +3. Are we really doing this seasonal BS again? I thought we decided with Druid that we didn't want that. Remember when Druids alternated seasons? Are we really gonna be doing that again? God, I hope not. Remember that? Druids, for those of you who weren't around years ago, Druids used to have a season buff. And every 5 minutes it would switch between summer and winter. And depending on if it was summer, you would have bonuses for these spells, and if it was winter, you would have bonuses for these other spells. And then they finally got away with it. I really hope we're not going to revisit that. It looks like a set and forget. Okay, hopefully. Summer, you gain +3 weapon damage bonus with an additional +1 per 5 character levels for 10 seconds. Autumn, you gain 3 sneak attack dices. +1 dice per 3 character levels for 3 seconds. Winter, you gain +3 bonus tactics DCs with an additional +1 per 5 character levels for 10 seconds. And then from there, you can get +1 charge, up to +3 charges. Over here, we got Arcane Fluidity. Your arcane spell failure chance while wearing armor is decreased by 15%, up to 15%, 5% per tier. It says no effect on arcane spell failure from shields. Okay, what do we got here? Minor Winter Attunement. +1, 2, 3 to hit. Your Winter Attunement grants an additional +1, 2, 3 PRR and MRR. Okay. And then we'll go up the line then. There's a lot of lines here. Here we have Major Winter Attunement. +1, 2, 3 damage. Your Winter Affinity grants an additional +1 intelligence. Why just intelligence? Come on, maybe it should be +1 intelligence, charisma, and dexterity. I don't know. Spell-like ability, Blur. That's tier 4? Kind of a weak tier 4. Okay, what do we got here? Pumpkin. Major Autumn Attunement. +1, 2, 3 to hit with sneak attacks. Your Autumn Attunement grants you an additional +3 will saving throws. +1, 2, 3 will saving throws. Twitchy Poo, good evening and welcome. Thanks for the sub. You're a 16-monther now. Thank you for all that support. Okay, Major Autumn Attunement. +1, 2, 3 sneak attack damage. Your Autumn Affinity grants an additional... Oh, this is Wisdom. Okay. Over here we have Arcanum. This is +25, 50, 100 spell points, and it's 2 frickin' points per tier. That sucks. That's really expensive, so it's 6 points to max it out, and +1, 2, 3 spell penetration. And here we have Phase Sight. While you have 100 or more spell points, you can see things as they truly are, you are able to see invisible creatures and pierce illusions. Here we have minor summer attunement, plus 1, 2, 3 critical hit confirmation. Hands like feet, good evening and welcome. Thanks for the sub. You're a 25-monther now. Thank you for all that support. And then let's see, you also get plus 1, 2, 3 fort saving throws. And I bet this one's charisma, right? Wait a minute. So they have it for wait. This is for will saves. That's no, wait a minute. Here's the okay. Plus 1, 2, 3. Plus 1, 2, 3 critical hit damage. Your summer affinity grants additional plus 1 strength. So here is plus 1% dodge. Plus 1, 2, 3 dodge. Your spring attunement grants plus 1, 2, 3 reflex saving throws. And then over here you get charisma. Plus 1, 2, 3 double strike and double shot. Your spring affinity grants an additional plus 1 charisma. So you can get a stat point for one, well, total of 2 points. You can get 1 stat point. That's kind of cool because this way, like, let's say you're a caster and you want that point of charisma, you don't have to be fully invested in this to get that point of charisma. It's really just 2 points. You could spend 1 point here and 1 point here, and so that's how much a stat point is, except you're going to get some other goodies along with it. Okay, what do we got here? A spell-like ability associated with each season. Here we have Spring Spell Lesser Vigor. Spell-like ability, Lesser Vigor. Ooh, no, that's got to be regular Vigor, not Lesser Vigor, please. Here we have a spell-like ability, Longstrider. Spell-like ability, Longstrider. That is weak. That is really, really weak. Ain't nobody want Longstrider in their racial tree. Right, exactly, Pope on a stick. That needs to be Vigor. And hey, you know what? That's cool. I like the idea of having, but not Lesser Vigor. Isn't there another, like, is it Horizon Walker? Somewhere else there's a Vigor SLA. I forget where it is. Is it Inquisitive? I don't know. There's a Vigor SLA, so it might be in like Half Elf or something. Let's Google this crap. Okay, let's keep going. Here we have skill. Plus 3%. It's one point. Plus 3% double strike. Plus 3% double shot. Plus 3% dodge. You bypass 3% dodge. Double strike. Your main hand melee attacks gain a % chance to strike twice. Oh, that's just playing with double. That's for 1 point. That's actually really good. Night Shield. That's not bad to have in a tree, in a racial tree. That's actually pretty damn good to have in a racial tree, I think. But Blur, yeah, I don't know about that. That seems weak for a tier 4. Maybe that should be like displacement or something. But Longstrider and Lesser Vigor, that needs to be Vigor and something else. Tabaxi tier 4. Okay. Yeah, okay, so if Tabaxi tier 4 is Vigor, that needs to be freaking Vigor. It's a Wood Elf, has a multi-selector too? Okay. Anyways, okay, so that is the racial tree. I am now done with Eladrin. We're going to go check out the Iconic Chaosmancer now. Log out. Iconic. Wait. Chaosmancer. Next. Okay. Let's randomize this action. Well, let's see if they have any hairstyles that are different. I don't remember that one, but maybe I just don't remember it. Or that one, honestly. Hey, baby. This one looks like a bat. Whoa! Hello, 1950s sci-fi alien. We come in peace. Oh, DDO stream! It's Cordovan. Hey, Cordovan. Good evening and welcome, Cordovan. Is chaos spelled wrong? Alright, everybody, I need you to stay calm. It's going to take time to restore chaos.
It'll take time to restore chaos.
He knows it. So please just stay calm, be patient, and chaos will be restored shortly. Hey, Mona, good evening and welcome. Oh, that was a good-looking one. There's some good-looking combinations here. Really, really wild. And some freaky deaky combinations. Some really alien looking combinations. Wow. And the eyes are so blue. Okay, well, this is gonna be her. That's pretty striking looking, if you ask me. Vubu. Okay, I'm just gonna walk out with 15 levels of stuff. I don't even remember picking my stats. Except Wild Mage training. Oh, advance directly. Okay, I went all the way to go. I don't think I've ever done this before. I don't think I've ever just taken all of the levels like this. It actually takes a minute to happen. It looks like. Okay. Let's get out of here.
Dark cults of the goddess Shar have spread throughout Cormyr. The priests propagating this treason must be thrown into the prison city of Wayloon,
Okay.
and the Purple Dragon Knights are seeking help in the task.
Let's take a look at the tree. That's what we want to know. So it's Wild Mage. And Eladrin, it says Chaos Mage. What kind of gear did they give me? We'll look at that here in a minute. I want to see what the tree is. Wild Magic 2. You have a slightly greater chance of generating a good or very good wild surge. Interesting. Choose, let's see. Okay, so we got, these are the same choices as regular. No wisdom. That kind of sucks. I was hoping Eladrins might be able to be wisdom casters. You have a slightly greater chance of generating a good or very good wild magic surge. Oh, there's no Mad Dog. You have a slightly greater chance of generating a good, very good wild magic surge. Alright, what do we got here? +1 listen, search, and spot. And this is nothing is hidden. So this is the same as regular Eladrin. Here we got Eladrin cast control. Very bad wild magic surges shift to just bad for you. Okay. And then it looks like we got Arcanum, which is the same. This is the same as regular Eladrin. Alright, let's see what we got here. Arcane Phase Step. Oh, this was a multi-selector like the other one. Wait a minute. What's the difference? Disappear and reappear several feet in front of you. These are all the same. I don't understand. What's this? Charges. Okay. No, there's no healing baked into Wild Mage that I can remember seeing. Minor winter attunement. Okay, here's where we're getting into castery stuff. So clearly the Chaos Mage is the caster, the other one is less castery. Yeah, it would have been nice if there was a Vigor SLA in this one. Maybe there is. Let's see. I don't see. It doesn't look like it, but let's see. So +3, 5, 10 cold and negative spell power. Your winter affinity grants you an additional +3, 5, 10 cold and negative spell power. Wait a minute. Okay. The heightened meta magic costs 1 spell point less. Your winter affinity grants an additional +1 intelligence. And then you can get a Winter Hail spell-like ability. It creates a hailstorm at the target location, dealing a hailstorm. I don't know what that is. Is that an ice storm or something different? I guess we'll find out. Gan, good evening and welcome. Good to see you. I don't know. So here we got +3, 5, 10 acid, poison, spell power. Your Autumn's affinity grants an additional +10, 3, 5, 10 acid spell power. Acid and poison spell power. And here we have Point of Wisdom. Okay, so we do have wisdom here, but we don't have wisdom down here. What's up with that? Autumn Decay, spell-like ability that sends out an acidic blast of rotting air, dealing 1 to 6 +2 acid damage for every caster level. If the target is immune to acid damage, they become vulnerable. Ooh, we got vulnerability. This is gonna be popular for some people. So that's acid vulnerability. And this is, does this give, this is cold vulnerability. Oh, warlocks are going to be very happy about that, right? So here we got Phase Sight, and here we got Eladrin Chaos Control 2. Bad Wild Magic Surges shift to just neutral for you. Okay. Here we got Minor Summer Attunement. Plus 3, 5, 10 Fire and Light spell power. Your Summer Affinity grants you an additional plus 3, 5, 10 Fire and Light spell power. Gears Grinding, good evening and welcome. Alchemists already have the ability to overcome that in Tier 5. So I definitely wouldn't be interested in this for an Alchemist, at least not because of that. At least that's Tier 5 Bombardier. I guess some Alchemists maybe that weren't Tier 5 Bombardier. Let's see. Here we got the Maximize. What do we have over here? The Empower meta magic costs 1 spell point less, and it grants Wisdom. Here we got your Maximize, costs 1 spell point less. Your Summer Affinity grants you +1 Strength, and then the SLA is Scorching Summer. Your spell-like ability sends a wave of scorching fire from the caster, dealing 1 to 6 +2 fire damage for every cast. If targets immune to fire damage, they become vulnerable for 15 seconds. The vulnerability lasts a nice amount of time compared to like Tiefling Scoundrel, which is like frickin' 2 or 3 seconds, which is frickin' worthless in my opinion. I cannot stand the vulnerability that you get from Tiefling Scoundrel because, or Tiefling or whatever it is, with the improved Scorch because it's so short. S Green, good evening and welcome. So it's, I mean, wow, you know, like the vulnerability in these trees I think is going to be popular. So here we got Spring Attunement, Minor Spring Attunement, plus 3, 5, 10 electric and sonic spell power. Your Spring Affinity gives you an additional plus 3, 5, 10 electric and sonic spell power. Major Spring Attunement, the Quicken meta magic costs 1 spell point less. Your Spring Affinity gives an additional +1 charisma. I'm not sure when it says your Spring Affinity grants an additional +1 charisma. I'm not sure what that means. ZiirSmasH, good evening and welcome. And Belgrad, good evening and welcome. I think I might have missed saying good evening and welcome to you now, or tonight. But if I already said it, second one's free. They're a thing you toggle on? Okay, thank you. So here we got a spell-like ability that creates a dark storm cloud over the target, which blasts it at nearby enemies for 1 to 6 +2 electric damage for every cast shell of a target immune. Like damage, become vulnerable to it for 15 seconds. Can only be used if you have Spring Affinity active. Your class, right, as the Iconic, your class is Wild Mage. Yep, Eladrin Chaos Mage is the Iconic, and Wild Mage is its class. Okay, so that is just like basically a shadow jaunt. But you get a limited number of charges, which is pretty gross. Let's see. I don't like that this has limited charges. But it acts as an action boost for these other things, so it's like, I can see why they'd want to have limited charges on that stuff. But I don't want to have limited charges on the abundant step part of it. That just makes me angry. I mean, another abundant step-like ability? Cool. I'm all for it. But limited charges? No. It doesn't sound like... Well, it's not called abundant step. I just was calling it an abundant step-like ability. Okay, let's try these spells here. And where are we gonna try them? In High Road? Sure. Also, gear. Let's see what kind of gear we get. Eladrin Chaosmancer equipment. Spontaneity, exceptional constitution, dexterity, gilded branches. This is head, insightful dexterity, speed, Eladrin regalia. Looks like it's not doing anything. Oh, okay. I guess that's Eladrin regalia. Spell sight and fortification. Why do you do this to us? Double strike and charisma. Radiance, lore, and insightful conjuration focus. Radiance and insightful evocation focus. Weird. How are the cosmetics for the iconic gear? Looks like the cloak doesn't have a cosmetic, maybe? Okay, so here's... That's actually kind of nice. This is Eladrin regalia. By the way, if you want your buffs to be on the right, you're going to go into options. I think it's UI. Let's see, justify. Yeah, justify effect icons to screen left. Uncheck it, and now your buffs are on the right. Why does it have to be dark right now? And what's this floaty thing above my head? That needs to be like closer to my head, not way up there. Uli Kumas, good evening and welcome. Oh, that means I got a wild surge? Okay, I didn't play a wild guy on Lamannia before. You do not meet the requirements for this action. Incorrect stance. Okay. Great. Alright. I don't know what I'm doing here. I can't cast any of those SLAs because I'm not in the correct stance. I don't even know what that means. Get me out of here. Nice Drizzt figurine. Okay, so I couldn't cast any of the SLAs because I'm not in a stance. So how do I get in one? Ooh, dances. Good one. Hell yeah. Whoa. It's different. I wonder, is that based on anything? I don't recognize it. Heel mass has a dance. Well, it's different. I am a dancer in real life. I swear to God. Some of you may not believe that, but I love to dance. And I am all about people expressing themselves when they dance. It's one of the most basic forms of human expression. So when I'm like at a club or someplace where there's dancing, when people are sort of like doing their own thing, I love it. And if I saw a person on the dance floor at a club doing this, I'd be like, that's awesome. This person is doing their own thing. That's cool. Okay, that was dance. Now we'll try dance 2. Dance 2. Dance 2 is just a drunken version of Dance 1. This is how I would expect the Dance 1 person to be after they've had a few drinks. This is totally a drunk elf right there. It's the Elaine. Oh my god. These dances are freaking wild. Pardon me for a sec. Taylor Swift is texting me again. Okay. Maybe joined by someone. I just keep expecting them to this elf to like lose balance and fall over, start, and just like pass out. How tall is the new race? You're looking at the new race. It looks like an elf. Oh, let me see what time it is. I don't have a lot of time. That is effing funny right there. I wish I would have looked at the regular one to see if the now I can just log out, right? Now I want to see if the regular one has the same dance, the regular Eladrin. This is my hot Star Trek alien Eladrin. Hi, my name is Sheila. Okay, so it looks like it's the same. This is dance 1. This is the sober version of the dance. Okay, this is when the person is, this is the beginning of the night at the nightclub, and they were the first person, they were the one that had like the most they were the most outgoing, and they had the courage to be the first one on the dance floor. Okay, and then 2 hours later, when they've had too much to drink, this is what they dance like. You know, they seemed really cool at first, but after they had a few drinks, you're like, I don't wanna. You're asking for your wingman to come save you at that point. Like, this chick's crazy. She can't hold her liquor. That's funny. That is really funny. I don't know. It's weird. It's like this weird zombie dance or something. I don't know what they're going for, because I don't feel like it's graceful. Okay, when I think of elves, I think graceful. This is not graceful. This is awkward. You know, this other one, I'm going to be honest with you, like I told you, if I saw somebody dancing at the club like this, I'd be like, that's cool. That is so cool that they're doing their own thing. And I'd probably want to go dance with them, but you can't dance with a person that's dancing like that. But if I saw somebody doing this at the club, I probably would feel bad for him. Yeah, it's definitely not graceful. Okay, let's go back to the... I just wanted to see if the dances were the same. Okay, so... Deities and demigods. That one came down earlier today. Let's go do it. What's coming down? Man... I think the red basic's coming down, but I'm gonna check with the judges just to be sure. Okay, so the Monster Manual 1 went up there most recently. Before that was Oriental Adventures, and before that was Fiend Folio. Okay, so red basic's coming down. And let's see. So I'm gonna move the Fiend Folio over here so we know that that was the next one to come down. And then going up will be deities and demigods. There you go, buddy. Might be a meth dance. Yeah, you've heard of drunken boxing fighting style. Maybe that was like, this is drunken casting style. Axel 2? Who's ninjaing me? I do not like to be ninja'd. $50 ninja fee. You will automatically be billed.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal.
Okay. So I guess Axel's group with a bunch of the content creators. I heard about that. But it sucks that in-game voice chat's not working, but they're probably, I'm sure they're all on Discord because they're all like with it and doing stuff that, you know, normal people do, unlike me. Oh, okay. Well, I'm just gonna do my own thing. Oh, Maverick. Okay, so I tried to cast my SLAs and it said like I wasn't in the stance. So how do I get in this mystery stance? Oh, it must be under feats, I'm guessing. Here we go. Spring affinity, summer affinity, autumn affinity. Excellent. So that is autumn affinity. Spring affinity is probably, is it that? Spring storm, yep. And then summer affinity, and then winter affinity. Maximize and empower. Okay, so let's try this again. Oops, high road. High road might be a little bit too high. I was getting my butt kicked out there. So where can we go that's a little bit... I don't want to go to Ravenloft. I'm going to go to Isle of Dread. I like the aesthetics of Isle of Dread. Oops. Alright, so here is Autumn Decay, a spell-like ability that sends an acidic blast of rotting air. Okay, so that's like, I don't know. So here's the summer one, Scorching Summer. It looks just like a scorch. And then the spring one, I'm just gonna blow up this bird here. No, I'll blow up this Velociraptor. This is the spring storm. That's supposed to be like hit mobs around. Oh, look, storm cloud. Nice. I don't know, how long does that last? Okay, it also makes mobs vulnerable. That's really cool. Alright, let's try the winter one now. This is Winter Hail. Creates a hailstorm at the target location. Oh, that's like Winter's Wrath. Remember that spell? They got rid of it. Is that what it was called? Or Snowball Swarm? Was it Snowball Swarm? Yeah. Didn't they get rid of that spell? Now it looks like they're bringing it back. They didn't get rid of it? Okay, they got rid of it in the Druid tree then. I was thinking they just got rid of it outright, but maybe they just got rid of it for Druids. Galanda distillate? What? Why is there Galanda distillate on the ground? Quenched? Why is there Galanda distillate on the ground? That's so weird. Oh, that's the free beer. Nice. If you guys don't like this charge thingy, by the way. This is your tumble charges. You can go into, is it UI? Let's see, tumble. Show tumble UI. You can just uncheck that and it'll go away. Let's see that fire one again. It's not exactly the same graphic as Scorch. And here's the acid one. You know what it looks like? The fire one and the acid one looks like they took the graphics for Burning Hands and acid spray and like stretched it out. Made it like twice as long. That's what it looks like to me. Yeah, they didn't have the spell in their spellbook, BURTLE, but they had an ability called Winter's Heart, which was different pre-update 38, that it was like you had an X% chance of triggering that on spellcast, or on cold spellcast, or something like that. But it wasn't very exciting. If I remember correctly, it didn't scale with spell power, and it's pretty weak. So they got rid of it in update 38, I believe it was. DawnzerlyLight, are the seasons listed as feats? Then you drag them to your hotbar? Yeah, so you can choose what season, like what affinity you want to be. Summer affinity, autumn affinity, spring affinity, or winter affinity. Also, DawnzerlyLight, I shipped out your package today after the show. So I'm hoping it'll be there around Friday-ish. Water Savant gets it, and Stormsinger tier 3. Yep. Well, we saw the dance, we looked at the enhancement trees, we saw the dances. If you missed the dances, you must check it out. Why is it dark all the time? Okay, so here's dance 1, and they're the same. They're the same on the iconic and the regular. So this is the early 90s alternative girl at the dance club. She smells of patchouli. And her and her friends are wearing a lot of black clothing. She doesn't want to talk to you because you look too much like a normie. And she smokes clove cigarettes. Okay. And then, after she's had 3 drinks, this is how she dances. This is the same girl after 3 drinks. Does an enlarge increase the range of Warlock Blasts? No, unfortunately there is no way to increase the range of Warlock Blasts. It's crap, right? So after 3 drinks, you didn't want to talk to her anyways, you know? She seemed really cool at first. But then after she had a few drinks, it was like, no, we're not doing this. Ooh, we got to see the male dances. Yes, we're going to have to make an Eladrin male. See what they look like. I have about 35 minutes. Are there any new spells? I don't know. We'll find out with release notes tomorrow, maybe. I mean, I just showed you the 4 SLAs. Create. Leo. You missed the dancing and you missed the enhancement trees for both the Eladrin and the Eladrin Iconic. So let's see. Do we want Iconic or not? Let's just do another one. Sorcerer. Customize. Eladrin. Wowie, wow. I mean, they look kind of cool. They look very feral. Wait a minute, this is the males, right? Back. Yes, I'm sure. Male, okay. Something seemed wrong. Let's go through the hairstyles. So the men have the same hairstyles as the women. Okay. I'm fine with that. Except less. You know, if you're going to make them the same, you might as well just make them all. Okay, I learned a new word. Ombre. Or no, ombre. Wait, what was it? Now, as an adjective...
Ombre.
It's
ombre.
It's ombre, and it says having colors or tones that shade into each other. But as a noun, an old 3-handed card game popular in Europe, especially in the 17th and 18th century. So we don't want that. We want the adjective. How was that pronounced?
Ombre.
Ombre. See, I didn't know that. The ability modifier is dexterity for regular Eladrin, and for Eladrin for the iconic. Shoot, I forgot already. One second. All right. I like the eyes. All right, we're gonna go with this cat. I just want to see what the dances are for the males. Dalnarak, good evening, welcome. The new race, as it says in the title of the stream, Eladrin and Iconic Chaosmancer. So the Chaosmancer is a wild mage. That's the iconic. And the base Eladrin is a dex race that'll be good for sneak attacking and you know, dexterity, intelligence, and charisma, and plus to hit with sneak attacks, and maybe if you cast some spells too, critical hit confirmation. Okay, we came here for the dance. It's the same. Yeah, this is the important part. It's what are their dances? That's all I want to know. I don't need to know any of that other mumbo jumbo. And it's also the drunken version of the first one. This is after he's had 4 drinks. I mean, we don't know what the past life is. I'm not saying the past life is going to be Dex. One second. I don't know. I feel like the tree is gonna offer. I don't know. It seems like there'll be a lot of people who like the trees, but you know, what do I know about knowing stuff? The affinity seems weird though because it seems there's a lot of room taken up for stuff like that. You're probably, you know, you only are gonna want one of the seasons, right? That means you're gonna have basically 9 spaces that are you're not interested in because you're gonna do one of these seasons, right? Either that line or that line or that line or that line, leaving you 3 times 3. That's a lot of space that you're like, it doesn't matter to me. You know, first thoughts. It also kind of sucks that they pigeonholed the ability score. They tied the ability scores to the different seasons because, you know, what if you're like, oh man, I want wisdom, but I want to be in winter, you know, but winter gives intelligence, you know, or if you're like, oh, I want to do charisma, but I want to be in autumn, but autumn gives wisdom, you know, oh man, I want to do summer attunement, but I want it to be intelligence, but summer gives strength, you know? You feel me on that? And these two are just bad. Right here, Longstrider as of tier 4. Are you kidding me? That's redonkulous. And this lesser vigor? No, that's got to be vigor. There are multiple. There are Tabaxi and Wood Elf that get vigor in their tree, not lesser vigor, vigor. So that needs to be changed to vigor. If that gets changed to vigor, then that's not bad. This has got to go. Why don't you make that haste instead? Haste might be kind of cool. Night Shield isn't bad, but that's a first level spell. And then Blur for a tier 4. Make this cast both Shield and Night Shield. Or Night Shield and something else. The fact that Night Shield is available in a racial tree, though, is kind of cool, but at the same time, it is a first level spell. These are all first level spells except for Blur as a second level spell. In Deep Gnome, you have Phantasmal Killer as a spell-like ability, which is a level 4 spell. Yeah, these are weak tier 4 SLAs. And I do not like that certain ability scores are tied with certain seasons. But this is not the caster. You know, Eladrin, regular Eladrin is not, well, it's not super, it could be plays a caster, but you know, it doesn't seem as caster centric as the Eladrin Iconic. Displacement and greater teleport. Oh man, how about D-Door? Oh man. Yeah, put displacement there and D-Door there and vigor there. I want to create another iconic. We'll do male this time. Chaosmancer. We'll customize. Okay, so we started with Dex here too. That doesn't seem right. They both start with extra Dex. That don't seem right. If this is the caster guy, why isn't he starting with intelligence, wisdom, or charisma? And he's a Sork. He's a Sork and he starts with extra Dex. And 18's the max. Dex-based caster, of course. Mustang says, meh, I'm losing my racial completionist for this. Boo on you, SSG. Hope there are some adjustments in the next preview. I wonder what the forums are like right now. This just in. The forums are outraged. They're outraged, I tell you. I don't even have to look. I just know that in the first time in the history of the DDO forums, they're outraged right now. Outraged, I tell you. We should check the racial past lives. How can we do that? Well, Dex doesn't help you cast faster. It'll take time to restore chaos.
It'll take time to restore chaos.
He knows it, okay? So please be patient. Chaos will be restored shortly. Chouse Bolt. And Shield. I know why. See, I wasn't sure why the females were so unhappy, but I think I know why the male Eladrin are so unhappy. They're all so unhappy because they got the same hairstyles as the female Eladrin. Cece, good morning and welcome, or good evening and welcome. I'm just so used to doing a morning show that I'm so used to saying good morning and welcome. The summer form or melee creatures that are good with longswords and longbows, interesting. They're bummed that there's so many other elves around. I guess we can just go and do a reincarnation, right? To find out what the past lives are. Did I just click? Okay, I don't know what I did. but that's okay. I'm just gonna choose one of the other tunes, and we're gonna go do. We're gonna level this guy up to 20 and reincarnate him and see what his past life is. What time we got? I got guild. Oh no, I got guild raids shortly. Maybe I can get this done by then. We'll see. Okay.
Something strange has been sighted off.
Does
the
it look
coast of
good?
Stonehenge,
I don't know.
The mysterious Isle of
Bulldog,
Dread.
good evening and welcome.
Speak to Wolf, the
Probably needs a
gatekeeper
little bit
in
of work.
Stormage Harbor, to learn more about this land of dinosaurs in danger.
I think some people will like it. I don't like how the seasons kind of pigeonhole you into certain things, because I feel like, you know, people want the winter season, but they wanted intelligence, and the winter season is wisdom or whatever. I can't remember what it is, but it's like each season has its own thing. But I just feel like, you know, for people who want, you know, winter to be intelligence, they're going to be happy. But then there's going to be people who are like, man, I want to do charisma, or I want to do wisdom, and I want to do winter affinity, you know? And then, you know what I'm saying? So it feels like it's going to work for the people who it works for, but it could be frustrating to others. Okay, so this is the test dojo, in case you've never seen it. I'm on Lamannia, which is the test server, which is going to be open to the general public tomorrow, I believe at 10 or 11 a.m. Eastern. Okay, so I just leveled up to max. Now I just need to go through the leveling process and then do a reincarnation real quick. Yeah, Trog. That's what I was saying like before. Like I feel like they're giving us something that none of us asked for. You know, in all of the discussions. Hey, it's Mary. In all of the discussions I've ever seen or had with people about like, oh, what races would you like to see come to the game? You know, at no time over my 14-year DDO life did I ever hear anyone, or do I remember anybody being like, oh, I'd like Eladrin. I'm sure there's some people who wanted it. I'm just saying, like, I never heard anybody say that. I've heard people be like, I want Kobold, I want Lizard Folk, I want Bullywug, I want Goliath, I want Genasi, you know? I never heard anybody be like, I want Eladrin. So when we were, I want Yankee, Githzerai. So when we were trying to, come up with our conspiracy theories about what the race would be, Eladrin wasn't even on my radar. But the thing is, I don't know anything about him. In my pen and paper days, I never had any dealings with Eladrin. I got guild raids in 12 minutes. Oops, that's not what I meant to click. Damn it, I clicked the wrong thing again. Okay, so we're 20, and then I can just go to the store, right? DDO store, open it in my browser. I don't want, I feel like that's going to spend my actual points, and I don't want that. Okay, where do I get a heart of wood from? Here we go. Heroic true heart of blood, heroic true heart of wood. We want blood because we're going to do a racial reincarnation. Okay, and here's the life shaper. Okay, we're going to do a racial reincarnation because we want to see what their racial past life is. We're going to put our heart of wood in there. Heroic true heart of blood. Boom. Eladrin 1. you were an Eladrin in a past life. You get +1 to listen skill. This is the first of the listen skill. All right. Doesn't that generate enthusiasm?
Hey. How's it going?
It's going all right. Thanks for asking, Jeff. They do have the radar ears. And good evening and welcome, Jeff. Okay, so I guess I can't see what the other ones are. And I don't have time to switch over to my... I don't have time to switch over to my Iconic and try to figure out, you know, and try to go through that process because I do have to do guild raids. So I'm going to go ahead and call it. I really just wanted to check out the enhancement trees, see what the dances were and stuff like that. So that's going to do it for my little Lamannia preview, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and being part of the show. Thank you for all the support, all the cheers, the subs, the gifted subs, the donations through Streamlabs, the Patreon patrons, the Mug Club members. I appreciate it so very much. And everybody using their bits on the viewer tech extension. The first past life was +1 to listen. First past life was +1 to listen. The first racial. I did not get a chance to look at the second or third. I did not get a chance to look at the Iconic. All right, folks, let's see who we can raid. Who in the world is streaming DDO? Cozy Bean is streaming. So is Nimvind? No, Nimvind is streaming, and he's on a flying carpet. How did Nimvind get a flying carpet? That's what I want to know. Wow, I'm going to raid Nimvind, and he's flying around on a flying carpet, so that's news to me. Enjoy Nimvind if you choose. Either way, have a wonderful evening. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the morning.